Hey, hi, welcome to Friday. Happy Sunday, happy Friday, Sunday, happy summer, happy Friday. And yeah, you're not going to believe what kind of a show we got here for you today. We're going to talk about Exro Technologies today. We're going to talk about Golden Ridge, the mining company. We're going to talk about Sokoman Gold and the closology plays around them. We're going to talk about, we're even going to bring up a little cannabis. Can you believe that, Ed? Did you ever think that we would discuss cannabis? Ed, you look so high. You so high. Hi. You so high.
Hi, everyone.
He is.
Hi.
Whoa, Ed, what did you eat today? A little chocolate-covered blueberry, 5% THC, 5% CBD. You ate 3 of them before my very eyes.
Apparently, Mae West, when someone would say hi to her,
yes,
she would say, "So am I."
No. Mae West?
Mae West.
That was my great aunt.
May I?
Okay, this time.
Okay, so yeah, look at everything's Friday. You know what the heck? This is our 4th day in a row.
5th? 4th. No, this is the first full week.
Holiday week.
Right. Well, you know, yesterday we had over 2,000 viewers.
Well,
which is a new record.
Picking up steam. Was that the new record yesterday?
Picking up.
Well,
steam.
look at we talked extensively last week about Exro. It was in mid-30s, and then all of a sudden, magically, it popped. Now more buyers and sellers, I guess.
That's really? Do you think?
Yeah, you just spoke to Mark.
I did just speak to Mark. I actually just bought another 28,000 shares.
Yeah.
Trying to buy this stock, I'll tell you,
I know.
is like...
You know what? I forgot to tell you, one of the most important things about this deal, and he alluded to it, was that this, as a private company, a lot of money was raised at higher prices.
Yeah, I can tell. Nobody wants to sell me their stock.
Exactly. So now that if you didn't sell when it was 25 and now it's starting to move, why would you sell now?
Well, exactly.
I think everybody should double up.
Especially now that we're talking about it.
No, wait a minute. Let me just repeat that. I think everybody should double up.
No, I don't think you want to give any financial advice whatsoever.
No, I don't want to. Okay.
That was not Ed making a recommendation. That was Ed telling you what he's going to do.
I said everybody should go out and buy some double cola and drink some. Remember double cola? You ever heard of double cola?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's a great cola.
Tell you what I'm going to do right now, Ed. I'm going to log in, and I'm going to buy some more stock.
Right here on the air.
Right now.
Holy shit.
Because I just talked to Mark Godsey.
Have you taken leave of your senses or what? What's going on?
You know, I really have. Oh, I got filled at 46. Did I? No. Let's see. Whoa, market depth. Where are we at here? 45, 46. That's me at 45. That's me at 44. Wow.
You're a bidder.
Geez. See, if I wanted to buy 20,000 shares, I'd have to, the stock would be 47.
What's going on? What's going on? Is there something going on we don't know?
Well, the bottom line is, as Mark mentioned, that most of the money put into this company was done so at higher levels than the current share price.
Right,
which is
as a private company. And
that's why nobody's a seller.
The other thing that I like about this deal, that I never talked about before, is that it's only been public for approximately a year and a half.
Really?
That's it. So let's say you wanted to buy this thing on a public exchange 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No can do.
No can do.
You say, I want to buy some, what's it called again? Exro.
That's it. XRO.
What was that?
That's that's me pulling up the YouTube so I can talk to everybody. Hey, Doug Sittler, how's it going? It's 4:20 somewhere, not here.
65,000 on the bid at 45.
Jennifer Mason Haas, how are you, Jennifer? Same to you. Tony Mills, Pat Quirk, and 10 other people have just joined.
Well, you know what? That's. Thank you very much. This Exro.
Yeah.
Row. I must be in the front row.
At least I understand now that it's an energy efficiency technology play.
Yeah. This is
with applications for anything that runs a battery, like a electric car.
Is this potentially large?
Do you think that Elon Musk might want to buy a real technology now that we found out that actually what the Tesla is 2 motors?
Yeah, one for torque and one for
speed.
Boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, look. There are guys sitting around right now thinking, what's going to be the handle on this thing with a dollar sign? Not in dollars. Is it going to be a $3 bill, $5 bill?
I don't think we want to talk about what the future share price is going to be, because that would imply
that we have a crystal ball.
That we are making a prediction. We are getting a crystal ball.
Yeah, we're getting a crystal ball.
Anyways, so
good.
The bottom line is
Keep
XRO
me in check. Whoa, that cattle brock felt good. Jesus, no wonder the cows go moo.
The right combination of CBDs and THC, anything can feel good.
Really?
That's the way of it.
Plato, I want to hear Plato.
So Ed, did you have a few beers today before you came into the work today?
Yeah. You know, and I was so proud of the fact that, you know, I don't have a beer or something before I come on, because I want to be fresh. And today I had a nice little sushi lunch with a good friend.
Holy shit, how long is this story going to take? I know you're a little high and it seems like time is really long and dragged out, but in our world...
Everything. Why are things moving so fast? It's moving so fast.
Hey, you know what we're doing today?
I had a few drinks.
You know what we're doing today? It's too bad you already had a few drinks, because at 3:30 we're doing Wineology with Aaron Bick.
What?
Wineology.
What?
At 3:30 today, it's Wineology with Aaron Bick. You never thought you'd see him again, did you? He was on vacation in Europe.
Has he brought back some wines for us?
He's going to bring some lovely wines for us. We're going to try them right here. Right here, right now. You know who? Oh, there's Aaron Bick has just entered the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Can one of those cameras get Aaron Bick with his look? He comes bearing gifts. Look at that.
No, yeah. What's
that? What do you mean? Well, anyway, this is Ed's outfit.
You're looking good, Ed.
You're the guy who's going to talk about the wine.
The ultimate revenge is looking good.
Look at that, Plato. He brought wine. Wine, I say.
I don't remember. I've been out in the fields of Rome lately, and I haven't seen any wine.
Hey, anyways,
is he Greek or Roman?
We're going to come back to Wineology, and just after we visit with Justin B. Marshall on the west coast of California.
Why don't we?
Hey guys, here we are in the cloning room. I'm here with TJ, and he's going to explain to us how quality starts here. Healthy mother plants, solid cuts with great vigor, and a sterile environment lead to healthy buds later. Kind of explain this to us, please.
Yeah, pretty much what you just said. We like to start off with the healthiest mother plants that we possibly can, and we cull any plants that are not doing well, and we like to make sure that our mothers don't last too long. We don't like to cut off old mothers. Aside from that, yeah, we want to make sure that we take really good cuts, clean, sterile environment, and, you know, keeping everything pretty stable for our baby plants to give them the best opportunity to thrive.
Great. Well, they look extremely healthy. I don't know if you guys could see this here, but these are some of the best clones I've seen. And as we've seen later on in the curing drying room, these turn out to be extremely healthy organic plants right from the start. Let's head into the next bay, see what's going on. Good job, guys. Hi, guys. We're down here with TJ in room number 2. This is cloning room number 2, and we're looking right now at Gorilla Glue number 4. Maybe tell us a little bit about when these were going to be ready to be set into the next stage, where they are.
Yeah, these are plants that are already rooted. So these are on the 7/17th. A lot of roots coming out of here. These are going to be planted tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. Go out to our nursery crew, and they'll be planting these plants.
How long until harvest on these babies?
Well, these will probably be filling our harvest that's going to be coming in November. So it kind of depends. You try to think ahead in the future. This stuff is going to be getting planted into a bay, hopefully in about 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. You know, I want to take this opportunity to reach out to all our friends up in Redding and Mendocino County that are being affected by the major wildfires right now. I've talked to a lot of our friends in the business that have lost their entire cannabis farms over these last few days. And it's heartbreaking. You know, people are losing their shirts right now. And on the future of the market, this will lead to major fluctuations in prices as we're required to stay within the borders of California in this industry. So, you know, anything we could do to help you, please reach out. We're a community of cannabis growers here in California that are always looking out for each other, and that's the way it's always been. Well, what else do we have growing here?
We have some OGs. These are mostly OGs. We got some strawberry bananas.
Oh, my favorite.
But yeah, mostly OGs is looking like, and strawberry bananas on these dates. Because, you know, each one of these are all pretty much the same small batches.
Great. And these cameras that are above us filming everything we're doing,
yeah,
that's the way to track it from the seed to sale, so it's always being regulated on everything that's going on.
That's part of it for us, and then also just, you know, we need to be able to monitor everything that's going on here. So,
yeah,
you know, from a security standpoint, as well as from track and trace and everything else, we have a pretty sophisticated camera system here. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, let's go take a look at some of the nice plants you got growing.
That sounds great, man. Let's go.
Come on, guys. Let's go take a walk. Right now, we're with TJ in his drying curing room. TJ, would you mind giving us a little explanation of what's going on here?
Sure. So basically, once we harvest, we put everything on these racks, and it's basically in order so we can track where in the greenhouse came out. We batch track everything as it comes through. Spend 7 days inside of this room here before being bucked down and then put inside of a box when we do a box cure for another 7 days. And once we get to around 11 to 14% humidity on our moisture content on our flower, we send it out to be trimmed.
Nice, and nice. Now, do you do your trimming on site and you're able to bring in trimmers, and that helps with your cost of production?
We have all of our own. You know, it takes a long time to train someone to do a job well, and we really value our employees. So even though we work with a labor contractor, it's all the same people that we have hand trained, you know, meticulously over existence.
Wow. So TJ, you're a Santa Cruz local. You're a local legend, and I'm well, true. You know, and a lot of people are very proud of what you've done. And where do you see the future of cannabis now in this area?
Well, you know, first off, I don't know if I would go legend status, but you know, the way that I see it happening is we're benefiting the community greatly. I mean, the amount of people that have full-time jobs right now in cannabis here in Salinas is insane. And we're talking, you know, there's a facility down in Greenfield that has 300 employees. The largest employer in Greenfield is a cannabis company. And I mean, this is really, you know, this is a commodity. It's on the path to becoming a commodity and being treated as such. So, you know, as we move into having futures and forecasts with cannabis, it's only going to get better and more people with more jobs.
Sure. Now, yesterday we had a chance to meet with Jeff Vanderhort down there at Kansas City Kings and Mike over at Sea Quadrant, and we were all kind of discussing how everybody's working together in this cannabis industry as a team, watching out for each other, helping each other. And I find that very impressive because you are competition, yet you're able to work and watch each other's backs. Tell me a little bit about this.
I think it really comes down to the fact that historically all of us growers, we never really thought too much as each other's competition. We're all in this together and we're trying to get it legalized and, you know, get it legit. And during that struggle and during that long period of time, you know, it's a small, tight-knit community, and we like to share information. If we have a product that works well, you know, we want to let people know. If there's been any sort of suspicious activity in the neighborhood out here, you know, we all let each other know. I mean, we know what happens minutes after it happens between, you know, all the different networks down here.
Sure. Now, I noticed driving into your facility today, this place is like Fort Knox. You have one of the better security teams in the state, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, they're ex-Navy SEALs, and these people are very well trained like mercenaries, and they're able to protect your interest. So you're also hiring on veterans, which is very interesting. These people are able to get to work here back after they've left the military, and you're able to provide jobs for them. I find that very compelling. It touches my heart. Now, this is one of your buds that you grew. This is a...
that's actually orange Skittles.
Orange Skittles. And so the reason it smells so good and looks so beautiful is because of this curing and drying process. You're able to...
yeah, if you, basically, it's really easy to grow crappy weed, and it's not very easy to grow really good stuff.
Right.
And anywhere along the process, we can totally screw stuff up by not treating the plant correctly. So, you know, ultimately we like to get this from the cut into here as quickly as possible and get it down to our optimum temperature and humidity level. We have a big system in here. It's all climate controlled. And we try to keep it around, you know, 62% humidity for about, I'm sorry, 62 degrees, 60% humidity at first, and then we try to get down to about 40. But we do 14 days, usually cure, 7 on the vine, and then another 7 in the box cure.
Great. So this was harvested, this whole room, last week?
Yeah, this was actually harvested not that long ago. This was harvested yesterday morning.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
And you'll turn this over by next week and fill this room again?
Yeah, so I mean, it'll just move down to its next process, you know, in the assembly line, and it'll get put into a cure, an intake. We weigh it. We want to gather our data, and then you know, once we get to there, then it'll move on to trim.
Great. And as your new facility is coming online, it's purpose built, and you're able to have the 15 micron filters and the, you know, the state of the art technology put into this with robotics and with, you know, everything that's going into your new facility. This is very impressive, and it's extremely impressive you've been able to raise all the money yourself. You know, you're not even looking for outside investors, but you do entertain the idea.
Yeah, well, you know, in our experience, you know, the less hands in the honey pot, the more is left over for the original people.
Yeah.
You know, the owners of this company, they're longtime friends, been working together a long time, and you know, between everybody working here, we got hundreds of years of cannabis experience. So by, you know, having good people around here, I think is the most important thing in life.
TJ, thank you for your beautiful tour.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Bye, guys.
Well, I told you we were going to do Wineology, and here we are. Go figure, Ed. Is this a little bit more comfortable than normal?
Here we are.
Here we are.
What's the only 2 things you know for sure?
This is that we're doing Wineology today?
No.
And that I am the proud owner of another 30,000 XRO shares.
And the shares are now 48 cents.
Aaron Bick is here. I don't know if you guys have watched any of our Wineology before, but Aaron Bick.
Is that B-I-C-K?
B-I-C-K.
Got your first name and the last name?
No.
Aaron's great-grandfather was the founder of Bick's Pickles, one of the most famous pickles brands in the world.
Don't tell me that.
I'm serious. Is that not true?
It would be my grandfather, not my great-grandfather.
Are you serious?
Close. I am.
He is the...
You know what my nickname is? Polski Ogórki.
There you go.
Just saying.
It comes,
just saying.
Comes from good stock, I guess.
No.
Good stock.
We made, my mother made her own pickles at home. She's Eastern European.
Yeah.
And the Polski Ogórki, let's say we got a
You know, that's funny because the Polski Ogórki is my mascot.
Yeah, I
think it's a little more than your mascot.
I go in for
I think it's your friend.
Well, not just my friend. It's often my date.
You know, I get a little nervous when I'm sitting around wine.
All right,
Yeah, so let's talk about what we got
Look at
here.
these glasses. Look
Yeah.
At, whoa.
So if you're
what's going on here? What?
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you about why that
A bit
bottle.
of a short pour.
Yes.
He drank it on the way up here in the
So I'm
elevator.
going to tell you about why that bottle has a short pour. So now that we've gone back into selling wine to restaurants a little bit, we've got what's called a Corvin, also available at WineOnline.ca. So if you're one of those people that doesn't finish the bottle every time you open one, you can have a Corvin, which basically has a little needle that sticks into the bottle. It allows you to pour out some of the wine, fills it back up.
A little needle sticking in the bottle.
I actually have been looking at the Corbins on your site because I was at Jose Andres Bazaar restaurant down in like, Ed, excuse me for talking while you're interrupting.
Sorry.
So I was
I'm a little irreverent. You're going to find that we're both.
Let me open up this bottle of wine while we're all being irreverent.
Please do. If you want to get me to stop talking, put some wine in front of me in a glass. Just saying. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, so they sell these things down there. You can open a bottle and you can keep it fresh with the Corbin. And so put that on my tab too, because I just loaded up on wine today. I've been in a shopping mood today. I bought stock, I bought wine, and now I'm buying a Corbin. How much are those things?
There's 2 levels. One would be about $300 and the top one would be about $500.
I'll take the top one, please.
You'll be happier with the top one.
How much are the Argon rechargers?
Those add up too pretty quick.
Do they?
It comes with a few, so you don't need to add up right away. I think 24 is, I don't want to quote me. If you need to find them, you can look at wineonline.ca. It's 100. Okay. It's 100 and something.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the low.
So we can buy them at wineonline.ca, as well as all of these wines today that we're going to taste. We can buy at wineonline.ca.
I think all of them are available. All the food too, for that matter. We got some really good food today. Fun food to taste. Stuff that we've never done here on Wineology. No. Are we gonna taste the food with the wine, because it will add to the experience?
Well, I'm sure Ed's hungry.
You hungry, Ed?
You know what?
Aren't you?
I'm going to tell you something. If you're hungry in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom? European. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh man, you guys are having too much fun.
My cord looks like it's strangling me.
Are you sure you didn't start?
Now, can I, maybe a silly question here, but can I buy wine directly from you?
Yes. You can go online, you can order it, and it will show up at your house in a couple days.
I can testify as to the quality of
clothes off. You get warm or what?
I'm playing with myself, Ed. I've got cannabinoids. I'm going to have some wine.
Okay, so let me talk about these.
I think those chocolate covered things are kicking in. Just go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
So first of all, this.
Wow, that's smooth.
I only found out that I was coming on Wineology at about 1 p.m., so I didn't really have a chance to chill these down to proper drinking temperature. Although when you're tasting white wine, I will say, as I always tell you, don't drink it ice cold. You might as well buy really cheap wine if you're going to drink your white wine ice cold.
I put ice in mine because, I want to drink. For that reason, but to really taste it, you need it to be about, what, 60 degrees?
Yeah, I would say, if we're going to go...
58?
If we're going to go Celsius, I just came back from LA, so I am on Fahrenheit kick. But 7 to 12 degrees for white wine.
Red wine?
Say 15 to 18. Lots of people like to drink it at 22, but I just go, okay.
But
that's a little odd.
It's really room temperature from 200 years ago or 300 years ago,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that Canadians, North Americans, generally tend to drink their whites too cold and their reds too warm.
We've covered this on Wineology a number of times
well,
now,
we
but
can't
I'm glad
beat it in there.
You know what? I'm glad to know that it's sinking into someone's head.
It's sinking in.
Okay. What do you call a wine lover? What's the file? The word, the letters in front of file.
O-E-N.
O-E-N-O.
Enophile.
That's why we came from that's how we got Wineology.
I should have been talking to myself. I didn't know the answer.
It's okay. This is your first episode with Wineology.
I'm learning so much.
Okay.
No, how do you pronounce it? Enophile?
Onophile. I don't know.
I say winophile.
Say it?
Onophile.
Onophile. Okay.
I said winophile. Because like Oedipus? Oedipus?
Take a piss?
You could be right. It could be enophile.
How long have you been in the wine business?
I've been in the wine business for 14 years.
Wow.
Never thought I'd last that long. And frankly, if I knew what I knew about the wine business now, back then, I probably would have gone into the finance business or the real estate business.
Yeah, well.
Mainly that there's no margin in the wine business.
But you get to drink a lot of good wine.
You do, and you meet really good people.
Yeah.
Even the rock stars of the wine industry tend to be pretty down to earth because they're out there in the fields farming stuff. So they're down to earth.
So you know you must know all the growers in Niagara.
I know some of the growers in Niagara. I know a lot of growers around Europe, Bordeaux. We specialize in old world wine. I mean, Spain, France, Italy, Portugal, even.
So where's the best value for we got a lot of viewers here, and they're trying to say, well, where do I get some good wine at a reasonable price? What country offers, in your mind, what's coming? What's one of the leaders?
Spit it out.
Well, I mean, you can find great value in any country. You can find it from France. You can find it from Italy. You can find it from Spain. You can find it from Portugal, southern Italy. There's lots of value. I mean, it's a little tougher in places like Germany and Austria because
colder climates.
They're colder climates, and the wages are higher. The cost of land is higher. Everything costs more money. Therefore, wine tends to be more expensive.
They don't seem to have any problem making beer, though.
No, they make great wine too, for that matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you want me to talk? Should I tell you a little bit about this wine?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
what do we got here, Aaron?
We got Muscadet, which is
Muscadet. Is this what the moose drink?
Are you sure you weren't drinking before I arrived?
I wasn't, but I was. I did dose myself up relatively heavily with the CBD.
No wonder you're having
mixture.
No wonder you're having so much darn fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like I've got extra voltage in the
good.
system.
When you add some wine to it, it should even make it better. Muscadet. This is the quintessential seafood wine. You having oysters? It's really not a lot better. It's usually low in alcohol. Let's see what this one is. Of course, it's not on the front, so I will look on the back. Oh, and it says actually to serve this at 12 degrees. So, this one, we actually have it at the right temperature.
And is that that's remarkable for us?
Well, wait a minute, 12.
We're drinking white wine.
No, we're right now we're 18, aren't we?
In this room, we're 18.
Yeah.
But that was in the fridge for a while before I...
So what is it that makes it appropriate for seafood? What are the flavor characteristics that make it a good match
Citrus?
for oysters?
Flinty, I would say.
Flinty.
Very, like...
You know who's...
And there is citrus. There's citrus, there's grapefruit, there's lemon.
I just
So
taste
citrus.
Yeah. And rock, like I get a lot...
Like a rock? Like I haven't smoked that many rocks lately.
That's very different. That's, you know, a riverbed. You ever, you know, stand on a dry riverbed, it's a particular smell.
That's true. Dusty.
Dusty.
Frinty.
Friendly.
Frinty. What about Frinty?
Stuttery.
Do any Frinty?
Very nice wine.
So you know, when you taste so many different, like, I mean, you're obviously a aficionado.
That's really good.
I
haven't tasted that in a while.
Yeah.
That's $16.95.
I was going to say, dude, look, you know what? I don't even know.
$17.
I don't even know
$17.
why.
Oh, that's a good wine for
James,
$17.
why I even asked the question, because I was about to just say, what's the price point on this little rascal?
I could read I could read your mind.
Safe to say.
You know what?
This
We got a
episode's
crystal
moving a little
ball.
quicker than you
We got a crystal ball, and we want you picking some stocks for us.
Oh, that I'm not as good at. Otherwise, my bank
reaching for
account
the
might
glass
be
and
more
going,
full.
Wow.
So I want to say hello to a few of our audience people here today, because there's actually people watching who I know and probably Ed knows. Like, for example, Dave Burwell. Hello, Dave.
Dave.
Welcome to our show.
Big D.
Notice it's Friday that we're drinking wine, not Monday.
Yeah. It's not Friday the 13th,
This
is
show is not actually going to be very representative of our normal show. If you're tuning in for the first time,
Norman?
you might...
Did you say Norman?
Normal show. But anyways, hello Dave, hello Nancy. Nancy I don't know how to say your last name
How do you
correctly.
spell it?
Massacot? I'm just slaughtering it now. Hi Nancy. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm
Magnus
just going to keep opening bottles of wine over here. We'll see how it ends up. Do you guys want me to? Do you want to talk about like the food part? Should we try the chips? Do you guys want to try the?
Well,
the
No, are you bringing in special foods to go along with some of the wines that you're featuring and stuff like that? Is that what the idea here is, or?
Well,
probably not, right?
Sort of. We also own a company called WineOnline.ca. Where we actually trademarked
Sneaky.
the best food in the world. It doesn't exist. The site has not been separated yet from WineOnline.ca.
Is your company a virtual company?
It is.
Yeah, that's smart.
Do we have a warehouse? Is that what you mean? Or do we have a storefront? We have no storefront.
Yeah.
If we would consider it with the food, but the problem is you're not really allowed to do it with wine here in the lovely province of Ontario.
Because of all the stringent rules, for instance.
There are some crazy rules that we have to live within.
The government likes to wear Polski Ogorki firmly tucked into places where it shouldn't.
And how many of those CBD
pills
did you eat?
Yeah.
Well, I
only had 3.
I did 50 milligrams of the CBD and only about 5 of the THC.
Good.
Yeah.
It seems like they work.
It seems like he's trying to find the right balance.
I feel energized. Am I not glowing? I feel like I'm glowing. Is there
You're
not
glowing all right.
Is there not a glow on the edge of my hands?
What was the movie with about the? Remember
I'm
the?
so glad I came.
I mean, look.
I think they should legalize LSD next. Can you imagine our shows then? Woo!
Remember
That would
when,
be exciting.
Emilio Estevez was in that movie about they'd go repossess cars. Repo Man. And they
That's
the guy opened the trunk. He said, "Okay, be my guest. Take a look what's in the trunk."
What was it? I can't remember.
Well, there was a radioactive whatever, and it just he burst into flames. And he just, like here today, gone tomorrow. Here
Gone
today,
tomorrow.
gone tomorrow.
You know who we had a drink with last night, me and Ed?
No, I don't.
We had a drink with Mike Levine, the bass player from Triumph.
Oh.
Were you ever a Triumph fan in your youth?
No.
Well, the reason I said to Mike, you know, I haven't seen you since 1978. And he looks at me, he's like, what? I was at the concert on New Year's Eve. Triumph performed at Maple Leaf Gardens, which is now Loblaws.
Yes. Don't you think that's interesting that they decided to keep Maple Leaf Gardens there?
I know.
And not play hockey in it? It's very odd.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what's funny is they do play hockey in it on the second floor, but they play
Our good
floor
friend Pat Bertrand had a buddy, Harry,
coming on the show.
Harry Aaronworth, and Harry Aaronworth owned the bar across the street from. Now, just imagine when
Was it Zippers?
No, it was.
That place got ripped down. Zippers.
Jesus.
That was a drag show cabaret.
Well, that's where that worker who worked there, and remember he was a. What did he do? He sat people down, or he was in the coach or something, and.
You know,
got into lots of
I'm
trouble.
going to interrupt you and tell you to finish your wine, because otherwise I can't try the next wine with you.
Okay, now should we pass this over to we can't you gotta keep drinking, right? You
Well,
can't.
no. Now what we do is we hand that off stage, and the production crew starts.
That's
drinking
what I was. That's the.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Let's pass it. I'll pass.
Here. Oh, you can pass it.
I'll pass it.
Good job, Ed.
Here, I'll go pass it.
All right, so John Anderson is here today. John Anderson is going to come on our show. Hello, John. Hello to you. If you want to address the audience, you can look at that camera or that one.
Okay.
Just so you know.
John.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
This is Wine Online.
I can feel your energy. You have amazing energy.
Thank
Carson
you. I
Cummings
appreciate
here.
that, Ed.
Hello,
And
Carson.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn off the volume
Carson,
on my phone
we met
so
in
it doesn't.
Vancouver.
Yeah, well, his
Interrupt
dad
the
is
show any
like
further.
one of the...
Jim coming. Jim coming,
he's a big mover and a
Carson's,
shaker.
I'm just saying, handsome
You guys ready
fellow.
to try the
handsome
next
fellow.
wine here?
You know, it looks like he's got things figured out.
Yep. Carson, we took Carson out and got him a little bit shit-faced last time he was here.
Really, a little bit
this show has
shit-faced. How do you
changed
get a little
a lot
shit-faced?
since
You
last
just take a
time I
little
was
bit
here.
of shit and you put it over here.
He's a big boy, so it takes a lot to get him shit-faced.
Yeah, he looks like he's a precocious young fellow.
He's definitely living large. Anyways, I'm also going to say hello to Victor Taboyka. Hello, Victor. John Durston. Hello, John. Glenn Z with all kinds of squiggles around his letters, which leads me to suspect
did you just pour
he's
this
from
for me?
Turkey.
I did.
Jeepers, I can't
Rob
keep up.
Armstrong. Hello,
That's a
Rob.
lot of work to
Joanna
keep up.
Thank you
Clark.
very much.
Hello,
Pleasure
Joanne.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you
Sincerely.
as well. James, you're
Salud.
missing the cheers.
Hey, I'm trying to keep the audience, entertained. I'm trying to say hello to the audience.
Okay.
Freedom Unleashed, one of our main dudes is here. Justin Marshall. Justin, our main man. That was quite the show we saw today from Monterey. Did you catch that Monterey thing? Woo! Is all I have to say.
Zowie.
Whoa! Chris West, my cousin is here. Let's see, do I have a cousin named Chris West?
You know what?
I
I think if his name is West, he'd be your family member, your brother or sister.
my family
If
member.
it was East, then that'd be your cousin. just a little.
Hold up, get the laugh sign blinking so the audience knows to laugh at that one, will you?
We got some laughing.
That's true. Our live studio audience of one. Can we get a look at our live
Symbolic.
studio audience over here? Zoom in on
wine
Suzanne.
is amazing.
Give
I'm
Suzanne
glad
the
you
limelight.
like it.
There
We've
she goes.
stepped it up a little bit in the price point.
This one?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is really smooth.
Oh, this.
And when it's a little more room temperature, or like a little warmer, it's you really could. There's a big difference, right? That's why people drink it really cold, because some of the white wine is
It's
so
garbage. Let's call it.
Well,
let's call a spade a spade.
the word swill. The word swill comes to mind.
We don't drink that swill.
What's swill? Swill's.
I don't want to comment on swill because
Look,
you know
come on.
there's
In
no
other words,
there's
everybody's
no,
trying, right?
There's
Everybody's
no right
trying.
or wrong when it comes to
Right.
taste. People
Okay.
like what they
Right.
like, and
No, but
there's
if
no
you
right-
buy a bottle of wine, let's say the cheapest wine you can get is for $9, and you buy one for $3, you know you're drinking swill.
$3 Chuck?
Well, you know,
I know, I shouldn't say that.
The price
That
the price doesn't actually have much to do with the quality of the wine in a lot of cases.
Yeah, you're right. I know you're right.
You can get great
have you guys
bottles
ever had
of wine.
$2 check?
I sure have.
And it's not bad.
It's not bad.
I mean, for $2, it's actually a steal.
I was at Trader Joe's, and it was the other day I looked at it, and then it was served to me where I was at for brunch.
So tell us about the what's this wine good?
This is Fionna Diavel II. It's from the most famous producer in Avellino. If you're down in the south of Italy, any good to great restaurant, this will be featured on their wine list.
Okay.
It kind of tastes like.
Before I forget, what would they charge it for in a restaurant in Italy versus here?
Okay, wait, finish your thought there, Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
It's very.
Not to get on the lemon theme, but it sort of tastes. This is like a lemony cake to me. It just makes me so happy to drink this.
It just makes me a little bit more tipsy.
Good. I'm glad it's working for you and it's working for me.
It takes a little bit more than that to get me tipsy.
So
well, I know that's why you got such a head start before you got here, right? That's like, these pussies can't drink. I better down a couple of bottles of vodka before I go in there.
No. Beer. Sapporo.
Sapporo. Honorable Sapporo.
Soft.
I was drinking sake last night. It was the Wakataki. Have you ever done the Wakataki? Demon Slayer? Have you had it?
No.
You had it. What did you think?
We had a bottle of it.
We had one bottle. We had 3 bottles of it.
Hey, it was very,
he only remembers the first one.
To leave the money to pay for the bill. It was very kind of you.
Well, it's because,
Hey,
he's a good guy.
You know what they say? High cotton. We're in high cotton.
I had alligator arms.
No, you didn't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Now you got
I did.
8 arms.
Now I don't. That's
Stop.
alligator,
Grade
8 arms, and then he does an ape imitation. It's like octopus gorilla. Like, Ed, is that something to do?
Stop laughing.
He's inventing animals for us. The 8-armed, grunting octopus gorilla beast thing.
Jesus. Hey, Zeus. Where's Jesus when you need him?
How much is this wine, Aaron?
This is $39.95.
$40. So that's a little bit high
You
for
drop a
probably
for me.
for at least,
You know what?
33% of the people on stage here.
But you know what? With this wine, I got to be honest with you.
33%, huh?
I'll say this to you.
Yep.
I drink a lot of white wine.
Yeah.
As everybody knows.
Everybody
This
knows
is
now.
smooth. This is smooth. Like you can drink this
Ed,
at
would
this
you
temperature.
pay $40 for a bottle of white wine?
Yeah, I would.
Really?
I would. Yeah, but you could drink this. This is like almost drinking like brandy.
Well, 40
Okay,
bucks.
I'm going to suggest something here, and I think it's a really important.
Don't tell
thing
me you got a few
to get
bottles
out
that
to
I
our-
can have for $3 a bottle.
to get out to our viewers.
Okay.
It costs the exact same amount of money to make a bottle of white wine than it does to make a bottle of red wine. So the people that spend $20 on a bottle of white and $40 on a bottle of red and expect the white wine to be as good as the red wine are really making a big mistake. If you're going to spend the same amount of money on red wine and white wine, you're going to get approximately the same quality.
Why does it seem that white wine's generally cheaper?
It's
More
honestly because
mass-produced?
No, because people want to spend less money on bottles of white wine. So it's actually not. If you go to France, if you go to a wine shop in Burgundy, you're going to see white wine and red wine roughly the same prices.
I was going to say, I've never seen white wine be cheaper. Like, well, where do you get that?
I say if you go to a restaurant and you open the thing up and you go through the reds, you go through the whites, the reds seem to get pricier. Am I mistaken? Let's have a vote.
Well, I would say that in fine restaurants in North America, you will see a much bigger red wine library than you will a white wine library.
Maybe that's the problem. I've been hanging around
that there's
Arby's. I've been going to Arby's, McDonald's.
All right, Ed. When you're done.
What's going on?
White wine can cost just as much as red wine, and often it can be harder to find. Like there's a few Bordeaux Blancs right now that are actually surpassing their counterparts in terms of price. Montrachet from Burgundy, starts at $1,000 and goes north. There's lots of expensive white wine in the world. And if people wouldn't pay it, it wouldn't be that much money. So people like to spend. I mean, if it was up to me, if I had to pick red or white wine to drink for the rest of my life, I'd pick white, which is not the same thing for most people.
I need both wines in my life equally.
Really?
I need these beautiful whites and rosés for those long summer days, and I need those rich and lustrous reds for those nights that never end.
But don't you want to start those nights with a glass of white wine all the same?
Exactly my point.
I'm right there with
white
you.
and with red, actually, and with a
who was the god of wine? Bacchus? Was it Bacchus? B-A-C-C-H-U-S?
No, there was that. It was that half.
Look up Bacchus. Let's see what it says for Bacchus.
All right, you might be right.
Bacchus.
B-A-C-C-H-U-S.
I seem to be wrong more often than I like these days. It's very upsetting.
I know the.
Hey, you know what? But what's most important, and kudos to you, is that you recognize that.
Oh yeah, there's no choice. The problem with Google is you can actually find out whether you're right or wrong right away all the time. There's no like, oh, I'm right, I promise you. It's just look it up. Either
what
you're
does
right
it
or
say
you're wrong.
Who is Bacchus?
It says Bacchus MC is a Canadian 1%er motorcycle club whose members ride only Harley Davidson
mythological Bacchus.
It's that half man, half
Dionysus.
Dionysus, thank you.
Dionysus is well, that was the Roman name, wasn't it? Dionysius
Dionysus.
or Bacchus, which was the Greek name.
I just know that.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I'm just going to keep opening wine here, guys.
Please do.
Okay, sorry, I got that backwards. Yeah, Bacchus is Greek. Dionysius
and it's
is
to do with drinking or revelry.
Soft. Dionysius is the god of the grape harvest.
No.
Winemaking
Finish your
and
glass.
wine.
No, we're opening a
ritual
new
madness,
bottle.
fertility,
Ed, you're not listening.
Okay.
theater, and religious ecstasy in
fair.
ancient Greek religion and myth. Anyways, did you catch all that?
One more thing, and then
Here's a picture of Dionysus with his Polski Ogórki in his hand, Ed.
It's not in his hand. Oh, it is in his hand. Boy, that's a long one.
Well, I wasn't talking about. Oh, Ed, you've just sullied what I think of when I think of Polski Ogórki. I think of scroll. You think of something. Really, that's just offensive. That's just like.
Zip it.
Polski Ogórki.
Zip it.
Okay, I'm now going to talk about this other wine, and I'm going to ask you to listen for a moment on this one, because this one. We're
That's all I do.
So lucky to have it. Finish your wine, please, gentlemen.
Don't have to tell me twice.
You got any margin for that bread? Just kidding.
Oh no, we have olive oil. We have 1,000-year-old olive oil, which I'm.
That's coming up.
Can you please finish your glass of wine, Ed?
All right.
All right.
Ersky thinks we're shit-faced, he says.
Oh, Ersky.
No, I need that glass.
No, Ersky, really?
All right.
You got to put. We got a fresh one over here.
No, we're going to use those for the red.
Well,
which is coming soon.
Okay.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. This is my job.
I'm wrong again.
Whoa! Now what do we got here?
Now, are you being a wine snob when you ask for a fresh glass if you change wines? Is that, what would you say? You're aficionado.
I go to tastings all the time, and the only time we ever change glasses is when we change colors of wine. Unless you're going from a sweet wine.
Or you dip them, you rinse it out.
No. Really, no.
Yeah, when you do.
Okay, so what do we got here, Aaron?
This is.
Justin Marshall says we should do LSD on the show. Sorry, continue.
This is wine from Benito Ferrara, which actually is interesting because it's my favorite wine, one of my favorite wine stories ever. Which if we have the time, I'll tell it. It takes a few minutes.
Okay, you got a few minutes.
So this is largely considered to be the best Greco di Tufo in the world. I don't know how many of you know about Greco di Tufo, but it is probably the most famous white grape from southern Italy. Our whole allocation of this wine was 20 cases. We literally, 20 12-packs, so 240 bottles.
Going up the price.
No, this is still the same price, actually. It's $40 a bottle.
Okay.
But we literally had a restaurant ask us not to sell any of it and promise us they were going to take it all. So we have a few cases. We saved a few cases for our private clients because we love our private clients. They're what brought us to where we are today.
Your customers are your most important asset.
At my house?
If you want it to be, we can make that a reality.
You said here, Ed.
Anyway.
Greco di Tufo. That's almost as much fun to say as Polski Ogórki.
So if you...
That's my moniker, okay?
The cool-
Polski Ogórki.
The coolest thing about this wine is it's just so perfectly balanced. Like the mouthfeel and the acidity in it, and the length just goes on forever and ever. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to try and tell it fast.
That would be helpful, given our gnat-like attention spans today.
Gnat, is that with a G?
That's what.
Why did you say gnat?
Okay, so for years and years and years, I went to Italy, never went south of Rome. When I go to Italy and you go visit wineries, I always rent a nice car because for some reason it seems to matter to Italian winemakers the kind of car you drive. Usually an Audi of some sort.
Nice.
Not a bad ride. Not a Bugatti?
No, because that's just over the top and unnecessary.
Ostentatious?
And while trying to go up a dirt road to a winery in a Bugatti is probably not the best idea.
Good point.
In most cases.
Unless you're doing it in a four-wheel drift around a hairpin turn with the wind in your hair and a glass of Greco de Tutti in your hand.
And
sorry,
you're going
this
so
is your
fast.
story.
You're going so fast the dust doesn't fall in the car.
This is Aaron's story.
All right, you keep talking.
I know. You've got to stop me.
Anyway,
I'll stop you. You stop me.
It's a very interesting thing that happens between the north and the south of Italy. They really don't like each other very much because if you know a lot about Italy, it's a republic, right? It's a whole bunch of things that were brought together, and the north and the south used to fight a lot. So the north don't really fraternize with the southern, and the southern doesn't really fraternize with the northern. Anyway, we're driving around in this Audi and talking to people about how we're going to go south of Rome. We were basically told, be careful, don't stop at rest stops. You're going to get robbed in your car, in your fancy car. Be really careful. It's all mobbed up down there. Just watch your step. So, anyway, we go down there, and our first meeting is with this guy, Benito Ferrara. And we have another meeting, 45-minute drive away at 6 p.m. We show up there at noon on a Sunday in this little tiny, beautiful town.
Okay.
And so we do the 1 hour tour of the wine.
What town? You were afraid I was going to ask you that.
It's in Campania. It's inland. It's pretty much the heart of the area. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. I can't remember the name.
Can we get a map up of what's the province?
Go look
Campania.
up.
Can we get a map
Go look
up
up
of the province?
Benito Ferrara Winery. It will tell you what town it is.
Okay, they're going to pull up a map in there. You walk.
I love that map.
Right behind.
Anyway,
us.
so we do the tour of the winery. We love the wine. Everything's great. And we sit down for lunch. And we go, okay, this is right. He's got Nona cooking in the kitchen. They bring out buffalo mozzarella. This is where buffalo mozzarella comes from. They're falling all over themselves, apologizing because the buffalo mozzarella is from yesterday. They would never serve buffalo mozzarella a day old, but you can't get fresh buffalo mozzarella on Sunday because it's Sunday and it's in Italy, and in Italy on Sunday they don't work. But anyway, they're very apologetic that it's, and so we have prosciutto, we have bread, and we think this is lunch. So we ate all this food and we're getting ready to go. And he said, oh, no, you stay. And we're eating in his driveway and Nona's in the kitchen. So then comes the pasta course. And we're like, oh, this is great. So we eat our fill of pasta. Then comes pasta course number 2. Then comes pasta course number 3.
Come on.
Then comes a salad course. We think this is, the end of dinner. Then comes a fish course. Then comes a meat course, steaks for everybody. Then comes, and I'm going to try and get this in the right order.
So far you said 3 pastas, you said a fish, and you said a meat.
And then steaks.
Yeah, so that's 5.
Yeah, and then comes a soup course. Then comes a fruit course, and we're pretty sure
7. You think
that
that's
the
it?
fruit course is dessert, right?
Yeah.
And
Au
by
contraire.
this time it's 4:30, so we've been eating for 3.5 hours already. And then comes the most desserts I've ever seen served to a table anywhere. And they were all homemade. And, we've asked Grandma in the kitchen to come out and eat with us a lot of times. Nona, yes. And she never came. She just kept cooking. And so, and this is not an exaggeration, there were 17 different desserts that came out.
17 desserts.
Then there's coffee. And then we are 100%, the wine's being served the whole time. Then there's grappa. and they will not let us leave without, and we have to drive. So
Through
Would
bandit
this, if
territory.
you went to go to this restaurant and
Behind you.
this was not a restaurant.
Oh.
This was their driveway.
That's the map.
Yes. So Avellino is where the Fiano that we just tried came from.
Okay.
And
That's Avellino.
That's
Point
and there's
it out up there.
oh, there we go, Avellino.
It's right in the crack.
Yeah,
There it
there you
is.
go, right in the crack. And there's
Avellino, you've never been to Avellino. What's the matter for you? Ah, give me the wine, give me the wine.
and then you say at the end, crack.
Avellino crack? Now, Ed, you're digressing again.
I'm
You
so
notice
glad.
I've slowed right down.
I can't tell you this story. That is an interesting story. Are you done?
No, needless
Okay.
to say, we didn't get out of there till about 5:30, which made us late for our next appointment. But I will say this. Southern Italy is one of the greatest places to visit that you'll ever go, should you ever need a great place to vacation. I highly suggest everybody goes there at least once in their life. It's beautiful. The people are great. Should you have kids that you need to travel with, it's one of the greatest places to travel with kids because they are nice to your kids. They don't care. You can bring them to restaurants. They get it. And, you know, I know this isn't an ad for, you know, Southern Italian tourism, but
Well, it
it's a pretty great place.
Sounds
to go.
like it. Sounds like how much they pay.
better than an ad.
How much they pay.
Did you get any money from them? Just some free
Hey,
wine.
so what's our cut?
We're getting
Oh,
it right
good.
now. Poor Aaron,
Now,
he's
are
not
all
going to
the
come back.
wines here today from Italy?
No. We started with Muscadet from France.
Oh, that's right.
And we're
That's a
gonna-
trick question. I actually tried to trick you up there.
Good work. You got me going.
Well,
and then we have a California Chardonnay to try next. Then we have another Northern Italian wine.
All
And then
whites today?
No, we have 2 red wines up there. We have
We're gonna be sloppy.
2 summer reds.
Woo.
One from Northern Italy and one from Southern California.
All
Santa
right.
Barbara to
You
be
seem
exact.
extremely passionate about what you do. It's just.
I appreciate that.
I'm saying it from a not from an observation perspective, but from a instinctive perspective.
I appreciate that.
I'm just saying.
What
I
I'll say is
I
this.
feel that.
I would say I'm less passionate than knowledgeable because
Ooh.
I love wine.
That's
but
a great admission.
The really interesting part is
Bit of a teetotaler.
No, that's not me. I may be many
Jesus.
things, but not
What
a
would that
teetotaler.
mean? What would that mean? James said, I have no idea. I never.
All right. The market's closing in 7 minutes, so while we're finishing this
Okay,
wine,
let's
we're gonna take a quick look at our markets here.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Because
Maybe I'll need a drink after this conversation.
and then we're going to come back for some more Wineology. So just give us a minute here. We're going to pull up our favorite cannabis indexes on MidasLetter.com, and Ed's going to give us a quick rundown on the technical rundown on the action in the market today.
Why is that? Okay, so let me ask you some questions, and then we'll talk about it.
Can I open some of this food while you're doing
Yeah,
that?
that's a good idea.
All right.
You know
great.
how they say in Superman, up, up, and away?
Okay,
We're gonna
so I've
say,
got the
open, away.
I've got the Midas letter indexes up here. Ed, take a look at the screen behind you here. You're going to see that today was uniformly a red day across all indexes in the cannabis space.
I see that.
Small cap index
Small
down
cap,
0.49%.
small. Yeah.
Large cap down 0.83%.
Well,
So the drift sideways, the Muskoka fever continues to dominate
The Muskoka fever.
dramatically across all cannabis stocks.
All right.
Now, what we want to know is that reflected broadly in the, let's call it the TSX venture market, because really that's kind of the appropriate analog.
Is that like if you were in the woods, you'd say, that's some wood over there, analog.
Getting back to the
God, you guys are still pretty witty at this time of day. How about some more wine, Ed?
Oh, I
Would
thought
you
you'd
like some
never
more?
ask. Like,
I-
what am I, chopped liver?
Here, why don't
You know what?
should we open up the last one?
Absolutely.
All right. Or do you want to keep on with one of these that are already open?
Soft.
Yeah, so
Soft. That's a
in the
problem.
cannabis
Lots of
markets today.
different
Sorry,
areas.
it's crazy.
All
here.
stocks are down, but the
Percento?
worst performer
Jeez,
today
you
is
almost stabbed me.
Organogram. Took it on the chin
That
today.
was the goal.
No, this is better than prosciutto.
Is it Bacchus, whatever it's called?
Ed thinks we're in a bar.
I'm sorry. I think we're in a bar.
Anyways, cutting back to the cannabis stocks today, as Organigram's taking it on the chin, Ed. It's down 5.21%. Can we get that chart up, and can Ed, you tell us what you think you see going on in that? Like, why is it down? It's down like 5%.
More selling than buying.
Oh boy.
No, you know, I hate to say it, okay? These charts in this space look extremely toppy. Like you get a major top here. We got, we need to see some action to the side. So we've had a good run here from what, 4 and change up to
all right,
5.
thanks for that, Ed. Now we're back with Wineology. Wow, and we've got some meat here on the table, I see.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about the meat?
Well, absolutely.
Now, wait a minute.
Wouldn't want to talk about the meat.
The room?
I don't think you want to leave the room now, Ed.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just going to talk about Joselito, and to be fair, I am not the expert on Joselito. The only thing I do know really well, I know a few things. What I know for sure, and I encourage you all to go to Joselito and go look it up.
What is Joselito?
Joselito is largely considered to be the best producer of ham in the world by like
wow.
How do you spell Joselito?
Joselito. Yeah, you can put that right up for the camera. There you go, people.
You know what? This looks like
chorizo.
High-end food.
This is jamon.
Oh, you bought different types.
Yeah, we have different types. This is largely the best. So we're going to start with this one.
Wow. Should we smoke another Partuga before we eat? Build an appetite? You want to smoke any? No, I guess not. Onward.
like you want to you got the vape gun here?
No, but I've got the chocolate covered blueberries and I've got the cannabis drops.
You do?
What else do we got here? I think we got a shatter vape around.
That's great, and we can talk about that later.
You know what?
In the meantime, I'm going to talk about this Joselito ham. I'll get this out quickly because I can tell this is deteriorating quick.
Wow, I think it's improving personally.
That's great. I look forward to viewing the dailies.
So it's ham. This ham is from pig.
Okay, so this is cured for 48 months. No ham in the world is really cured for 48 months other than Joselito.
48 months?
48 months of curing. That's
4 years.
4 years.
So when I started university, they started curing the ham. And because I got through in 4 years. Just saying.
Okay.
And did you start university? How old were you?
So
no, but I was there for 4 years.
Aaron,
I'm going to move back. You guys are ready to hear about Joselito?
Keep going. You got to be a little bit aggressive.
You want me to be aggressive? Across. Okay, I can be aggressive with the best of them.
You're going to have to be aggressive today because it's Friday.
Okay.
And the wine is flowing.
I can't remember the exact figure, but so these are from the Black Pigs of Spain. They only eat acorns.
Pigs of Spain.
They only eat acorns. Party. That's their diet. This is Iberico ham not on steroids. So this is largely considered the best ham in the world. They only eat acorns, which adds to the flavor.
Oh, this is the Black Pigs of Calcutta eating acorns only.
Well, you got to take it.
Oh, I see. It comes
take
with
the plastic off.
Yeah,
comes
there
with
you
a prophylactic.
So I would say don't eat it with a piece of bread. It's going to blow your mind. The most flavor you've ever had from a piece of ham in the history of your life.
It's merely a prosciutto delivery device or a ham delivery device.
You know what?
All right. So you're saying I should just eat it as is.
I want to know your reaction once you've tried that.
It's having an effect on me. Seems to be working.
Jesus.
I'm getting hooves.
I'm going to have some.
Yeah, you should get in there.
I'm going to get in before James hoofs it all up or whatever. Jesus. Stop.
So I would like to know unequivocally, is that the best piece of ham you've ever had in your life?
I know. I see it.
You know, if I have to actually run through that calculation, it's going to take me far too long to try to compare it to every time I've had ham the rest of my life. So I'm just going to say, good God, that's the best ham I've ever had in my life.
Good. Well, it should be.
Now, I want to qualify that because I do eat a lot of Iberico de Pelota, which is the ham you make reference to. So you're telling me that this is a Iberico de Pelota that is at a premium level above the average that I would buy, for example, at Loblaws when they can get it in at $180 per 100 grams, I think
this will blow that out of the way. This is.
So how much is this on your website for one little packet?
$50.
$50. That's pretty much what you pay in a restaurant for the run-of-the-mill Iberico de Pelota in a restaurant. And they probably wouldn't give you half that much.
No, well,
that is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
I mean,
in fact, if you said, is that here in front of me right now, I'd say no. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It is. It's largely, if you go to there's a 3-star sushi restaurant that uses 3-star Michelin sushi restaurant that uses it in their sushi. It's the only one. It's the only one ham used in 2- and 3-star Michelin restaurants around the world consistently.
So that's good.
And this.
The only thing about eating
Italian food is some of the best cuisine. I mean,
this isn't Italian. It's Spanish.
Can we buy this?
Spanish.
Can we buy this in the?
It's a close second to Spanish.
Quarter of the pig. Because in my experience, this is best carved off the knuckle.
Oh, you can buy a whole egg.
Can you?
We'll sell you a whole egg. It's just thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars?
Thousands.
Well, I have been in a shopping mood today.
You guys want some napkins?
I'd like a napkin.
Okay, so now, what kind of wine should we be drinking with this?
Ideally, some beautifully Burgundy.
A Burgundy, white Burgundy?
I would say red. If you wanted my opinion, I'd say red. We have a Bien Nacido Pinot Noir over here, which probably is the closest thing to a red Burgundy.
Now, what would you eat? Would you eat that by itself with some, just the way it is, right?
I would not mess with that.
I know, I agree with you.
That flavor there is just perfect.
So you know I'm on the page that you're on. I've been going to buy this it's high quality. I think it's high quality prosciutto. And I eat strips of prosciutto because I just love the fact that. This is the zenith
of prosciutto.
We can't go higher.
You cannot get any better than Joselito ham.
Wow.
We get John McMahon.
I
We get John McMahon's couch greasy with pig fingers. He's going to cut our heads off.
Jeepers creepers.
That's why I have this napkin over here. Okay, so now should we get a little crazy and go in for the 1,000-year-old olive oil from 1,000-year-old trees?
Wait a second. You said it was 1,000-year-old olive oil.
That's what he said.
You misunderstood.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that? You know what the oldest
tree? Trees are 1,000 years old. Yeah. Olive trees live to be very old. Did you know that, Ed?
I was just going to say.
Very many. Every bottle's numbered. There are not a lot of 1,000-year-old olive trees in the world.
So this is 1,000-year-old olive oil.
No, 1,000-year-old
trees.
Olive tree.
Yeah.
Oh, so how old's the oil?
Probably a year old.
I think
less than a year old. You don't want one of our NDIs can get on this. Not meant to age.
Can we get a close up on this through one of the NDIs?
You know what the oldest trees they think are?
Yeah.
With their age?
Okay. Lum.
Take a wild guess.
So tell me.
In years.
Tell us about this.
I'll give you a hint,
oil, Aaron.
In thousands of years.
So, I'm really good at telling you about wine.
Not olive oil?
I have a really good palate, and I know what tastes good, and I get to eat at a lot of the best restaurants around the world, and I get to eat with a lot of people that really know a lot.
Yeah.
See those red strings?
Can I open this?
Pull the red strings.
Pull the red strings?
Yeah.
Wow, is this lingerie or something?
That's right.
Whoa, look at that.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh my God, I am getting a stiffy so fast.
What's the bottle of that cost?
It's about $75.
$75. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not awesome?
You know, it's hard to find. You don't see this stuff around every day.
Geez, you know what I've always said? I always said money's okay, but quality of life or lifestyle is better.
Yeah,
like for instance, if you're eating in the finest restaurants in the world,
don't mind them.
That is my job. I mean, it's part of my job.
I know. So you're. So let me. I have to ask you this, and please don't take offense. But what did you think of the Anthony, the Bourdain thing?
You mean the fact that he died?
Well,
killed himself?
Yeah. Were you?
I think it's sad.
Were you shocked? Were you shocked?
Well, I mean, I read.
Moving right along.
I read his Kitchen Confidential book. I mean, shocked. Yes. I'd never. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not
Sorry.
sure. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's sad. He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah.
So tell me,
he had a daughter.
What about this olive oil?
We're going to taste.
Are you supposed to cook with this? Or are you supposed to you don't cook with it?
The best olive oil in the world. Well, if you cook with it, you cook at a really low temperature. Because as soon as you use olive oil at a high temperature.
What is the burning point of olive oil, Ed? Do you know what the burning point of olive oil is?
No, but I think
180 degrees. Does any chefs out there give us that exact number?
Can you bring me your glass closer, Ed?
Oh, sorry. I guess this isn't just for me. I pour enough for one piece of bread.
And James, can you please
hold up my glass? Wait, I'm doing the olive oil.
Finish your glass of wine.
Let's see. Let's try to keep
it's
this
hard
stuff
work.
so that camera can get a look at it when it wants to, because that camera there moves around.
So all you people out there watching this, although I am not as well versed on the food as I perhaps should be, you can go to WineOnline.ca and all the information's there.
Do you cook?
I cook every day.
All the time.
All the time. Love cooking. One of my favorite things
Love
to
it.
do.
What do
You cook too, don't you?
I cook cookies.
You're a good cook.
Primarily I cook cookies.
Are you going to finish your wine?
You
James?
cook cookies. You
Please
cook
do.
cookies.
Yeah, I cook cookies.
Look, I don't mean to be a bit of a pain in the ass here, but I'm going to go in for some
Go, eat more
Hey,
ham.
can I offer you some more jamon?
Jamon?
Jamon on
Jamon.
Espanol.
That's how they say it in Spain.
What about jambon?
That's
in France. Or Quebec. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to the more traditional, expensive white wine. California Chardonnay from one of the more prestigious wineries.
California wines are expensive, aren't they?
They sure are. Outside of Napa Valley. You want to know why California wines are expensive? In my opinion.
All the bureaucracy in the state, all the taxes.
Nothing to do with that. Because they have a built-in market. Americans are patriotic as hell. There's no other big wine-producing country that can say 95% of their production is sold in their home country. 70% of wine leaves France. 70% of wine leaves Italy. I don't know the percentage in Spain and Portugal, but 90+% of American wine is consumed in America, which is a crazy stat.
Yeah,
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. It really is.
So that's why California wine's so damn expensive.
The American market is the biggest market for everything, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. They say China.
Well, I know that the domestic market for wine in America is the most efficient market in terms of supply and demand, because the way it works is when a winery has a hit wine, suddenly all their wines go up in price because they're maximizing out what the market will bear. And so when a company wins first prize in whatever wine competition, correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron? More or less, right?
You're?
The whole winery franchise goes up. Even the value of the real estate goes up. But if they have a few successive years, they can be back in the doghouse in no time. Is that not true?
It's a supply and demand market like everything else. You know, Screaming Eagle at $2,000 a bottle.
Yeah, please.
You know, if they've got too much wine, and I'm actually going to temper myself here.
Yeah,
not
you should
speak before I get a lawsuit on my
exactly.
hands.
You know what? They control, high-end wineries control the supply, and it can't be any better.
Yeah, it's the same.
Right?
It's the same everywhere in the world, though.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
as soon as there's more, as soon as expensive wine stops seeming scarce, it ceases to be expensive. It's that simple.
Good point. Although, except in the case of extremely efficient marketing machines like Bordeaux region, which manages to command a ridiculous price around the world continuously, despite the fact that it's probably one of the most common wines in the world. N'est-ce pas?
It's a little more complicated than that, but
France.
close enough. It's close enough.
Now we got
I'm not going to argue with you.
En français, s'il vous plaît.
En français, je suis certain que... No, I couldn't do it. You know what happens when I try to speak French now? I start speaking Spanish because I've been speaking Spanish a lot, so I speak Spanish. I can't go back to the French, and for some reason, I forget all my French, and I can only speak Spanish. It's really weird.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to speak to this wine a little bit.
Okay.
It's from Santa Barbara. It's the red we're going to try later. I'm sure you wine aficionados out there know about Biennacido. Largely considered to be the best Pinot terroir in California. We happen to represent Biennacido Winery, the namesake of the region, the first winery down there, the first people that planted Pinot in the region. The wine's spectacular. This is their Chardonnay.
How much a bottle?
This is, I want to say $80.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So
Whoa,
not
give me
cheap.
another glass
This
of
is
that
an $80
stuff.
wine. See?
I'm not a snob.
Would you have said, geez, this tastes like it's worth at least $80?
You know what? I've been thinking about taste. Like, if everything tasted the same.
Speaking of which, how's this olive oil treating you guys?
I haven't tried any yet.
Oh, well, you better try some, don't you
I would,
think?
what is the price point on this olive oil, this little bottle?
$74.
$74.
Steep.
You know, I've got to be honest that I've had such a mishmash of wine and food and cannabinoids today that I don't trust my taste
Well,
buds.
that's what I think. Like when you taste a lot of different things, how do you discern the differences?
Like, interestingly, because always a wine is the taste that you perceive is relative to what you last ate or drank.
Exactly.
In some degree. In some degree.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. So, and I don't mean this to sound self-gratifying in any way. So,
Snobbish.
you
You
guys both tasted the Have and you said, "Wow, this is absolutely amazing," and.
But I was just being patronizing.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Ed over here said he loved he says he eats prosciutto all the time.
I was also patronizing.
No.
All right.
But if that's all you tasted in a day, you would know if it was good or bad. It's all going to be relative, I think.
But can't you go back to your experiences? Don't you like? For me, it's smell and taste that brings me back to a particular place and
that's a
time.
good
You know what? I'm so flattered that I'm sitting here in this setting with my good friends, and that's such beautiful food. And you are obviously a character of the highest order. And I'm just sitting, but if I didn't know any better, like I know when I eat ham or bacon or something, it's kind of bland, it's salty or whatever. This has got flavor. It's got flavor.
It does.
Okay, so this is what I was going to say.
You know what? The grapes over there, your shirt and your shirt, it's all the same.
Okay then. On that note,
James is saying
I'm going to keep eating this 1,000-year-old olive oil because I think it's delicious.
That's it. That's extremely pertinent, Ed. That's really like wowie.
No, zowie.
There's a lot of depth in those statements.
Yeah. I've been shuddering to look at who's actually left online, but I'm just going to check it out.
What if it's lighting up? What if it's
Well, this is the thing.
You never know.
If there are more viewers than there were when I last looked, clearly our audience enjoys our utter stupidity. But if there are fewer viewers than there were earlier, I'm going to assume that
Give me the hook.
prefer
Give me the hook.
our attempts to conduct a serious analysis of stock market activity and public companies. Let's see what the survey says.
Yeah, the survey says.
It's Friday too, though.
And people are leaving to the cottage.
Oh, and I just want to point out, do you happen to see the new ticker flowing across the bottom full of our stocks? Our stocks? Woo! Boy, we are becoming so promotional in our old age. Full disclosure, all those stocks, we own them. Oh, no, wait a sec. Oh, you own that one. I don't own that one. Anyways, so at this point, we have 31 watching on YouTube. There were 33 watching when we started this conversation. Going over to Facebook, I consider that inconclusive because that's just up to normal ebb and flow and churn of viewers. On Facebook, survey says 8 viewers.
8 viewers?
8 viewers.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yesterday we had 1,500. No, we had 2,100 on Facebook. But it's Friday. I'm Carl Boyd has joined us. Hello, Carl, if you're still watching. Josh Durston. Hello, Josh. Josh, not John.
No one's going to respond because they're going to say, this is excellent. This is beautiful food.
I'm glad you like it.
Boy, look at that. Can you see that, guys? Our tickers are flowing across the bottom now.
Not as beautiful.
Boy, but no, we don't own Kronos. What's that doing there? Nobody owns Kronos here. Exo? Are you kidding me?
Golden.
Get that off of there.
Golden 22.5.
Sokoman's down to 34.5. Now that one we own, and we don't like the fact that it's down to 34.5. What the?
Okay, I'm going to try and take control of this show for a couple minutes.
Good luck with that.
We have
BGW's at $1.09. Did you get in on that?
We have a lot of viewers, so I know it's going to be important what comes next.
All right.
So,
if anybody, can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
Oh, sure.
If anybody out there wants to ask Aaron in particular anything to do with wine, please post your question in YouTube or in the Facebook chat, and we will answer. Well, we'll present the question to Aaron, assuming it's somewhat articulate and intelligent. If it's just abusive, of course, we're not going to. But feel free to ask Aaron anything. Sorry, Aaron. Continue up.
Well, I'm going to say I have to go in 15 minutes.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have to pick up my kids, which means hard stop.
The show ends in 14 minutes.
Well, that's exactly when I have to leave at 4:30. So isn't that just
Look at
perfect? Do we want to try the other two wines, or do you want to talk more about the food? Because
I would like to drink as much wine as possible.
Great,
before
let's
you
open
leave.
up the other wines.
This is a better price point than at the bar. That's all I can say.
Great. Well, keep drinking.
This is about money, this show. I'm saving
right.
some money.
Saving it, keeping it.
Yeah, we'll take both of those.
Money.
Ed, I do expect a night out on the town on you after this.
You know what?
We have one audience member.
What kind of
Jennifer
McDonald's
Mason
burgers
Haas
do you like?
has requested that we get to the Reds.
Okay.
So look at that.
Red wine.
Jennifer, your wish is our command.
You know what?
Here we are, Jennifer.
We're concerned about the quality of the audience, not the quantity. Wrong.
There you go.
Okay.
Ed's concerned about the quality, not the quantity. No, that's
this is. So, I met these guys on my first ever wine tasting trip.
How old were you?
It was 14 years ago, so that would have made me 27 years old.
Huh. Did you take a course for like sommelierism?
No, I sure didn't.
You didn't.
Sommelierism, is that a disease?
Well, it's an ism if it's an affliction or a condition of belief.
An ism is about belief. It's about belief, right?
Right.
So,
activism.
This wine comes from Lombardy, which is
Lombardy. Can we get that map up there?
North Italy Central. So, it's made from Nebbiolo or
Nebbiolo.
Chiavenesca, as they call it locally. Nebbiolo, for those that don't know, is the wine they use to make Barolo and Barbaresco. This is a very little known region called Valtellina. It happens to be one of my favorite wine regions in the world. Very steep, east-west valley, all terraced vineyards. Everything is picked by hand. Wine tends to not make it out of Italy and Switzerland because Valtellina actually used to be a part of Switzerland, and they know the wines well, and they export all of them to Italy.
Is East-West Valley versus North-South Valley, is it about the sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
so this is
just
basically,
bring that out.
So Inferno is basically means hell. So this is a tiny little, it means
we're drinking wine from hell.
Tiny little.
No, he's saying how.
Tiny little appellation, it's the hottest appellation there is. Very little wine comes from there.
This is a light wine, right?
It is.
Yeah, very light. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I call it light. No, that's not really fair because it has.
I don't mean like not a really Burgundy, not a.
Yeah, but this would be the closest thing to Burgundy outside of Burgundy.
That's my point.
Yeah. Okay, good. So we're on the same page.
We're on the same.
Cheers. Cheers.
Salud.
So for me.
Salute.
A tu mama.
That's a good word for
A tu mama. My mother-in-law is here for a month
Here,
now.
try a piece of ham with that wine. Don't take it all. Give half it to James.
Hey, we got 3 more
Break
packs
it in
here.
half. That's different.
Well, I can't pull on both ends because then he's got my. Here, James, pull that. There you go. Here,
Boy,
James.
oh boy.
Hey, James, pull that.
Don't hand me the meat and tell me to pull it. You're going to be disappointed. I'll tell you.
Jesus.
You're going to disappoint your viewers.
I don't know. My viewers might be titillated by that.
So,
Okay.
to me, cat's meow.
Cat's meow.
Cat's meow. I love this stuff. I could drink this. For me, this is.
Whoa.
This is what you cut your teeth on.
What a ruby nose.
I just
ruby nose.
I just love this stuff.
That's a big ruby nose. That's what I like to call that.
Okay. I won't argue with that. I don't know what it means, but
I smell the richness of wood so dark that it's almost creosote-esque.
Fair enough. This comes from a very big cask. This is there's no barriques.
When you say a big cask, what do you mean by a big winery or a big cask?
2,500 liter casks. It's not done in 225 liter barriques.
Oh.
Can I assume then that it's a reasonably priced wine?
Define reasonably priced.
$35.
You got it on the nose.
How much?
$34.95 a bottle. He got it on the nose.
Is the price?
But you know, I don't think in tongues. I think in mental.
So
clearly, you
but that has nothing to do. The best Barolos in the world are also done in 2,500 liter casks, and those are hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a bottle.
I can imagine in the wine business, there must be people scheming on how to do things so that people will pay more.
Not in this part of the world. In this part of the world, they're really just doing it's about tradition.
Tradition, yeah.
They're just doing it the way their dad did it, and the way their grandfather did it, and the way their great-grandfather did it.
James and I aren't just traditional guys, you know.
So, but to be fair, this wine is going to taste much better in 2 hours. Like if you were gonna
just like all the Nebbiolos, they
I got a
more
question.
Oxygen they get, the better they are.
Can I ask you a question?
Up to 24
Because I'm a little
You can
nervous
ask all
right
the
now. I'm thinking
questions
I'm going
you
to get the hook.
We have 8
What do
minutes.
you want to know, Ed?
I want to know, why is it that wine tastes better an hour after you pull the cork?
Well, think about what would happen.
I want to know chemically.
Well, the wine gets to breathe. It's been stuck in an inert state for all this time because it can't breathe.
But it comes back to life? Like
yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's what happens.
Ding, 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 ding. It's now 4:22. 4:20. We missed the new cannabis product of the day.
We had new wine products. So look at this was an experience. You know what?
Today's products are Terra, 5 milligram THC chocolate-covered blueberries, and CBD Therapeutics, 1,000 milligram in 30 milliliters MCT oil, which stands for medium-chain triglycerides, not really relevant to the flavor or the effect. These are the two products of the day. You can order this one online. Go to cbdtherapeutics.com. For this one, you can get it at MedMen across
I got it.
the USA.
You want to try the other ones? We can open the other ones.
Look, you know what? Maybe we should just throw them in the fridge and then we'll keep them here.
People will eat them.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Thanks for that. Now, over to you guys now.
People need to eat.
Thanks for that, James. Over to you
There's not
now.
much wine open.
Look.
Look what?
Sorry there, James.
We'd like to change the name of our show to the Retard Show.
James, you can't say that word.
Why not? What's wrong with that word?
The phone's going to light up.
Retard means to slow down. You know?
Oh, yeah, sure, James. Hey, James.
What?
James.
Ed, are you making some kind of assertion here? Are you making an insinuation?
James.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, let's get a little hit of the old bingo.
I don't know. I don't think I like your tone, man. You're gonna have to take this outside. You know what I'm saying, bro? Cap your motherfucking ass.
James. You're going the wrong way. How do you know which way I'm going?
I love this
God,
wine.
I'm so glad I was here for this afternoon.
Sorry, buddy. Like, I don't mean to be irreverent. I hope that
I don't feel like you're being irreverent. I'm not. Listen, I've seen a lot worse.
Wow, this is good. This I like this. Here,
this is from the same pig,
myself.
But it's not the leg. It's about half the price.
What do you mean the same pig?
Same pig that the other stuff comes from. It's just not the leg.
That's a big pig.
This is from the neck.
This is not the high-end stuff. This is the
Loma. No, it's still high-end.
Lomo on that.
It's still from those 48-month age pigs that get. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This was the important part that I kept getting cut off during.
Do you want some medium-chain triglycerides?
No, I gotta pick up my kids. This comes from. They have 2.2 hectares each to roam around on, and don't quote me on that number, but it's a lot.
2 hectares a pig?
They have a lot of room.
Well, they're hogging all the land.
This must be very.
That's good. Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing since we're on the Midas Letter show. This happens to be some of the best chocolate you've ever had in the world. It's from Piedmont. It's shaped like a gold brick. In case you didn't notice,
is that dark
I know
chocolate?
that we've changed. Midas Letter now refers to only weed stocks. But those of you that own gold companies, this looks like a gold brick.
Actually, we've been buying more gold companies than anything else.
Christmas gifts.
Sokoman Gold. Sokoman Gold.
Anyway,
Sokoman Gold.
so there you go. Oh, we have one more wine. We got 5 minutes. Perfect.
Actually, so tell me, Aaron, if I was a gold company listed on the TSX Venture, could I contact you and order a run of branded bars as the name of my gold company with my symbol emblazoned in it? Promoters, take note. Gold bar, chocolate. Best chocolate in the world. Your stock symbol across here.
Warning, it may be also the best chocolate in the world, but it's not cheap. But it is made by...
Okay, now I got to know. You say it's not cheap.
What's the price of that gold bar? $50.
Oh,
$50.
$50.
That seems reasonable if it's the best chocolate in the world.
It is 500 grams.
Now that's from the hazelnut groves.
You know what? I've been doing 250
Piedmont.
with my
There you
Piedmont
go.
weights. This is...
You can do that while you're wearing your diaper.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I'm going to give you...
I'm a registered nurse, you know that.
Some...
You were registered somewhere.
No offense, I'm registered. You know
No offense to nurses everywhere.
Ed, can you... I'm getting uncomfortable. Can you show me your day pass, please?
Yeah, what time you have to go
Since
back?
we don't really have time to open that one,
Whoa!
try that.
Oh.
Okay, this is heartburn city for me. Red wine and chocolate.
Okay,
Not give you heartburn. That should make you really happy, dude.
Happier than I already am? Jeez, if I was any happier, the top of my head would fall clean off on the width of my smile. Which would be a disaster. My brains would be all over the floor.
Largely considered to be the... No, we're opening the other red. Come on, take it easy, guys. We only got 3 minutes left.
Well,
Pitter paddle, let's get at her.
You don't want to drink the other one? We don't have to.
no. It
is the
everything in sight.
It's the most expensive wine we're showing today.
This one?
Yeah.
I'll give you 50 cents and $1 right now.
You know,
Awesome.
Good deal.
Perfect.
at my house, we
just
always
what I've been
start with the
looking
best
for.
wine and work our way backwards from there.
Yeah,
Because
see, I do the same thing. Because at the end,
Right.
you can't taste it
at
anyway.
the end of the first bottle, most people are sufficient. Well, I am, because I drink 3/4 of the first bottle, usually. I guess what makes me sound like a bit of a glutton.
Maybe you are.
Not really.
Maybe
If
I
I
ought to
was a
look at
glutton,
that.
I'd be way fatter than this.
Oh, okay. I work out a lot, so I don't get fat.
I don't work out. I walk to work, I walk home, that's it. And I do this all day.
I wouldn't admit that in
Oh,
public.
last time I saw you were on the. You had decided that you'd had enough to drink for a little while.
Well, I do major breaks in the consumption of alcohol. What happened to Ed? Where'd Ed go?
We lost Ed.
He just started gagging on the nuts. And
Is he allergic to hazelnuts? Should I told there are hazelnuts in there?
oh yeah, and
He's
Ed's a
gonna
nut
die.
allergy. He's just going out there into anaphylactic shock.
Here, go.
And we're laughing.
Take that.
We should
Go.
probably call
Finish. We have 1 minute left.
No, we're going to keep going. Just so
Oh,
you guys
good.
in the control room know, this show, it's a 2-hour special.
God, no, I'm getting
Having a
drunk.
2
Great.
hours.
God, I'm so
Okay.
glad I came for this one today. Look, I'm spitting on your floor.
Yeah,
Classy.
no, well, and it's starting to look like a back alley in like a third world
I'm
city
really
here.
sorry. You guys are the one that don't have a spit bucket. Normally, when you go to tastings, you don't drink, you taste.
Oh, well, for
That
us,
might be why you have problems tasting, because
No.
you drink instead of tasting.
No, I no longer taste in my mouth. I taste with my throat. This is the issue.
Okay.
Oh, I need to be drinking in order to taste it. So sipping is
So
out.
this is expensive California Pinot Noir. Many might say this is the best California Pinot Noir there is. What can I say? People love it.
It's got a real...
Pinot-y flavor, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. This is like the essence of Pinot Noir, what many people want from a Pinot Noir.
So Pinot Noir, in my limited mentality, history, vocabulary,
Yeah.
I was always reminiscent.
There's a few more words you could use.
Lots there. There's a long list.
We lost you. Were you okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
did-
no.
But for me, a great
Am
Pinot
I
is
okay?
always rich in the high end of the flavor register.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of
Instead of the
high-end
big
flavors.
bottom berries and tar and tobacco of the, call it Zinfandels and some of the Barolos and some of the bigger reds. Where was I going with that?
Pinot Noirs, I think the good ones are really good and the bad ones are really bad. That's what I think of Pinot Noir. I think when they're
So what do you think of this one, Ed?
This is extraordinary. I would rate this extraordinary. Knowing, as I do that, it's the most
look,
expensive wine in the house.
my
This must be good. It's so expensive.
it tastes so good. Like it's so smooth, right? Like everything you brought us today is extreme. What I would say, smooth, like a smooth criminal.
Smooth criminal.
Smooth
Michael
criminal.
Jackson fan over here.
Smooth like a criminal. What do you?
Hey?
Yeah.
Ed, that's not very comforting to hear you say that. Smooth like a criminal.
No, but that's the name of his
Can you come
very
up with a
famous-
word
Who's like an insider, stock insider?
Whoa! Putting on the brakes there. There are no insiders
It's
in
the
this
name
market.
of a song by Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
I've heard of him. He died recently. Not that recently.
Wow.
We're talking about
Why
dead
is
people
can
here.
we throw this out here just for 1
He's
second?
like, let's go. It's
Why is-
4:31.
why is it all?
Suzanne, could you find out if in the control room they
the
teed
candles
up
that
rock and
burn
roll
the brightest
Rocky
burn
Mountain High
the
from
quickest?
Triumph? That was the
well,
musical request
just
that I
answered my own
Skyped
question,
you.
right?
Yeah, well, Michael Jackson being a little weird. He's a little weird. A lot of people, most of those
Presley,
guys,
like,
most
look
of
at the
those
singers
people
we
die
lost.
at 27. Jim
There's gonna be a
Morrison,
fight here
Janis
soon.
Joplin, all sorts of people died early. But most of the really, Jimi Hendrix, they all died at 27. Michael Jackson lived to like 40.
No, probably 50.
Michael
50, there you
Jackson
go.
died young.
48? 48?
You're not gonna make
Elvis
me look
Presley
this up, I
died.
hope.
Anyway, I digress. This has been a wonderful, wonderful.
Well, you know what your
Native
job's
Village.
going to be? You guys are going to have to sit here and finish all this wine.
And leave the cameras running as we do so.
That I feel I would suggest you
Why
don't
don't
do
you
that.
drop off your daughter and explain the situation to your wife and come back?
I have the one work event my wife asked me to go to.
Whoa! Time out for a musical flashback.
The one
Away from Triumph.
my wife asked me to go to every year that's for work is today.
Oh, we are on camera. Hey, rocking out. Where is it?
Rocking in the free world.
What the, Suzanne? She just staggered into the wall and busted her elbow. God. What?
Out of all the things that I have,
Good show, guys.
I
Nice
want you to
interlude.
know that of all the things I have to do in my life, coming here is one of my favorites.
Can I
Really?
say one thing here?
Yeah.
Can we do this once a month? At
Once a
least?
month. We
Or
want
once
to
a
get
week?
doing. We're going to do this.
We're supposed to do it every Friday, but we haven't
Friday.
done it in like 3 months. Come on.
No, I know.
Well, if
that's
you're
'cause
thinking
I,
every
almost,
Friday.
I had a complex where I'm like, oh my God, he doesn't like me anymore. I must have really screwed
Like-
up on the last one.
Aaron, can we do a wineology this week? No, I'm going to Paris. Aaron, can we do a wineology this week? No, I'm going to Piedmont. Aaron, can we do a wineology this week? No, I'm in Vancouver. Aaron, can we do a wineology this week? No, I'm taking out a
So
distillery
you're
in
a
Portland.
busy guy, obviously, right? You're a busy guy.
Some
Yeah,
people.
we'd be lucky
It
if we could
depends
get
on who
him
you
once a
can.
month.
It depends on who you compare me to.
Right, that's true.
Some people are busier.
And what about-
Most people less busy. Some people.
What about
busier.
the insect called a bee? Would you say you're busier than
less
a bee?
busy than a bee? They're always trying to get pollen and stuff.
Whoa. Clearly, our comedy writers have not shown up for work yet.
Yeah, we have none.
That's right. And we are the comedy writers. Which
So,
would explain.
maybe we-
I'm
need
going
to
to
get
talk.
new
Let me
comedy
talk.
writers.
Let me talk about this, and this is self-defeating here. So even though this wine is 3 times the price of this wine, we'd rather drink that.
Tico Traders, hello.
How
Justin,
much
thank
is
you
a
for
small?
welcoming
$100.
Tico. Justin, I will bring you some of this wine when I come down there. Although that would
Which one
kind of
did-
be like bringing like
Did I
snow to
guess the right
Eskimos.
price on?
Justin, we've got to find some great Napa, Sonoma. What other great counties are there in California for wine?
Well, Santa Barbara is. This
Barbara.
is from Santa Barbara, which is considered.
What
to
about
be
Monterey?
Monterey is not where the best wine comes from.
But it's where the best weed comes from. Woo! See that big plug? Shout out to Monterey.
Big-
and our man Justin
Did you
Marshall
say
down
butt
there.
plug?
And you thought I brought down the value of the show.
Hey, we're gonna
You're
switch
worried
to
about
beer
my
now.
non-collared shirt.
Look at
We're gonna switch to beer and shots of Jack Daniels now.
We've heard Bill Maher say worse. We have. Let's not kid ourselves.
Heard Donald
No,
Trump
no,
say
no.
worse.
We're just trying to win an Oscar here, but I'm trying to think.
All right.
All right, I hope you enjoyed our show. Actually,
Again, I'll give myself a plug because I can't help it, and you might not do it before we go. Should you want to know anything further about any of these products today, you go to WineOnline.ca. We forgot to try the awesome chocolate, which we'll have to do next time. I expect you to leave this chocolate here untouched till the next time we do Wineology.
That's a pretty
Tolerable.
slim chance of that happening, I can tell you that.
Well, we're almost out because the new shipment will leave in September. We have not very many bars left.
Anyways, I was going to say, if you want to find out anything, if you want to ask Aaron anything, go to wineonline.ca. Their email address is there. I highly recommend the service. I use it regularly. I regularly have a van pull up in front of my house with 5 cases of wine, and my friends are like, neighbors are like, whoa, look at him all snooty patooty with the wine. Don't be a snob, hobnob. Anyways.
Well, worse than that, I am embarrassed because of all the bottles I put out on my lawn because I don't like the people going down the side of my house to go get the bottles out of the blue box.
Sleeping?
So I just put them out on my lawn, but there's so many of them. I just hope they realize how many guests I have.
So your yard looks like a dough yard.
No, they're gone really quickly. It's just the carrying of them out that
You know what a dough
me.
yard is, Ed? It's out the dough into the yard. Anyways,
are we off the camera yet?
This concludes our show for today. Clearly, we're not.
Concludes or includes.
Are you telling me the show's over? We haven't even talked about the markets.
Well, we actually did, Ed.
Not very much.
Don't forget to subscribe or send hate mail or even like explosive devices in the mail.
If you haven't figured it out, this was my favorite wine we drank today.
The Bien Nacido.
No, this.
No, I'm saying the Bien Nacido.
Oh, that's the one you like the most?
Por favor, poco más.
You just like the price point.
Quiero más, por favor.
Don't worry, I'm leaving all of this wine here.
Don't.
Necesito practicar mi español porque mi madre está aquí de Perú.
It's just...
Right.